There we go. Tom and Jerry, Robin Hood and his Merry Mouse. I don't really understand this title. I get the title, but it's like Tom and Jerry, Robin Hood and his Merry Mouse. It's so complicated. Like, why is it not Tom and Jerry in Robin Hood or something simple like that? It made it kind of complex. Anyways, I'm reviewing this because I actually have plans to review more Tom and Jerry movies closer to Tom and Jerry and the Forbidden Compass getting its US release, but for right now, I want to review this one because there's a new Robin Hood movie coming out, and I figured, what the hey, I'll just throw this in the review pile in preparation for that movie. So here we are. We're talking about Robin Hood and Tom and Jerry. I have not seen all these director videos, but I've of course seen some of them. I grew up when these were kind of a big deal. We didn't really like pick up the DVDs or Blu-rays, but you know they were there on Cartoon Network or stuff like that back in the day. So I seen the one where they go to Wizard of Oz. Seen that one once. I haven't seen the second one. I've seen the Willy Wonka one, a couple other random ones in there. Definitely seen more of the Scooby Doo ones because I feel like the Scooby Doo ones are more like they make more sense because Scooby Doo was kind of known for weird crossovers because Scooby Doo's first series was was the original Scooby Doo, which was just them about solving mysteries. But their second show was a crossover series where they would have like weird guest stars show up and just be kind of doing their thing, right? I digress on all that, but you see my point there that there was kind of a thing to it, right, where it made sense that Tom and Jerry or I'm not Tom and Jerry, Scooby Doo compared to Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry didn't really tend to do weird crossovers like that, but it's kind of one of those things of like Warner Brothers realized, hey, we have this IP, it's popular, but we don't really have anything to do with it. You can't really make theatrical shorts in the way they used to. I still feel like you could, but they weren't really in the business of doing that, and doing slapstick shows they still kind of made them from time to time, but it didn't really work the same because, well, you couldn't be as violent. So they decided to do movies. And they kind of been doing them since like 2001, I want to say. Kind of crazy. There's about like 20 something of them now. There's not actually a lot compared to the amount of Scooby Doo ones, which is like 30 plus. So, so Tom and Jerry and his Robin Hood one is kind of similar to the Scooby Doo ones, or not Scooby Doo ones, other Tom and Jerry ones. God, I keep mixing things up. Anyways, where from what I remember, the Wizard of Oz one or Willy Wonka. It's been a long time, but basically those ones, what they would do is they would take Tom and Jerry, put them in a popular thing, and the popular thing would play out as Tom and Jerry just did slapstick in the background. Now, there are some of those that are worse than others. This is one of the better ones. Why? Because, for one, it's 60 minutes. It's an hour long with credits. This movie does not overstay its welcome. Also, the animation is actually really good. They clearly put a lot of effort into it. Yes, it's a direct-to-video movie, but the animation is gorgeous. I think it actually works. Right? It's not like theatrical worthy, though I feel like if I did see this on a big screen, probably wouldn't question it too much. It is really beautiful animation. And the slapstick actually worked at several points in the movies. It actually did make me laugh and chuckle. But, its weakest sin is that it is kind of doing the Robin Hood thing in the background. But they kind of find a mix of letting the Tom and Jerry characters actually have a role in the story. Like, Robin needs to get a message to Maid Marian, so he has Jerry send it. And it's kind of a little elongated, but it's still like, okay, he has a role in the story. Or like, it's Droopy and the Bulldog characters and Tom, and who go to break out Robin Hood and Jerry and all that stuff, right? So that kind of makes sense, and it kind of plays out really well. It's not like the most amazing version of Robin Hood or anything, obviously, but it's kind of just doing its thing, and it's kind of having fun within that. This movie feels like doesn't it, the where the Willy Wonka one, from what I remember, anyways, it's been a long time, like I said, that one felt like the people who made it probably were a little annoyed that they had to push Willy Wonka into the movie, right? Whereas the people who made this one probably didn't feel that annoyed to have Tom and Jerry mixed with Robin Hood. They were just trying to figure out clever workarounds, even if it probably was a tad bit annoying. But you don't feel that annoyance when you're watching it. And again, doesn't overstay its welcome. It's 60 minutes. You're not in pain while you're watching it. It worked out well enough. So I would say if you like Tom and Jerry, it's actually a pretty fun movie. Also, they use other Tex Avery characters like the weird wolf dog looking thing, and the way he would design certain female characters. They take some of those designs. That's basically what Maid Marian is. So there is kind of a fun to it. Also, I think Droopy's role in these later animated movies was always so cool. Droopy being in the Tom and Jerry movies is kind of a smart idea, and I'm really glad that they just kind of throw him into these sometimes, even if it's just for like, hey, he's there for 4 seconds, has a quick gag, and then he leaves. Because Droopy is a great character, and he needs to be in more stuff. So, Tom and Jerry and his Merry Men. Check it out.